Hello everyone. So this is my submission for the Cryo second stage, the Xmeme application. I'll show you the interface first. So this is the basic form from where a new meme is created, and these are all the memes. These are all the feed in which you can see the top latest 100 memes. I've also paginated the feed so that the UI is a bit faster to load. Um, with the functionality. Also, the interface is completely responsive, so it looks good on almost all sizes. I'll create a new meme here, and once a new meme is created, it shows you a toast, and the meme is added instantly in your feed. You can see it by checking the request tab, by checking the network tab in the developer settings of Google Chrome. So you can see a post request is made to the slash meme URL of our backend. This is the basic functionality. Also, I have created a endpoint to update the pre-existing memes in which you can update the caption or the URL. So I'll update the caption here. It was this, so I'll change it to this one, and I'll also break the URL. So once I hit OK, the URL is updated and we again see the toast. You can see the request which has been made to the meme slash ID endpoint, and it's a patch kind of a request. You can see that whenever a broken URL is inputted, a placeholder image is shown here, so that is handled here. Other thing is that if you create an exactly same meme, it will show you like this one has been created. Now I'll create one more meme of the same kind, so it will show me an duplicate error. So I've also covered that part here. So you can see that the post request returns us with a 409 conflict, and the toast here will show that this meme already exists. So this is the basic functionality and the advanced part of it. The front end is deployed to Vercel, and also it is HTTPS. That means it's secured connection. For the backend also, you can see from the networks tab that our backend is also HTTPS. By visiting it, I can show you that is secure. So that is it for the application. And guys, this is the backend URL of our application. The backend is deployed to Heroku, and the connection is secure here. I'll show you a few endpoints here. So this is the primary endpoint slash memes. So if I create a get request here, I will get the latest 100 memes. As you can see, the database I'm using is MongoDB, and also I have created a documentation for it using the Swagger UI, which is available at slash Swagger UI endpoint. You can see here. We can create a post request and a get request and all that. But yeah, that's mainly it for the backend. So this is the final code for the Xmeme application. I'll explain you the folder structure here. So I've divided the client and server into different folders. As you can see, there are a few shell scripts as well, so I'll explain them later, but first let's take a look at the client folder. uh, if we go into the main source folder, we can see a few more folders which are action, component, and context. So I'm using the React use context hook here to for the memes in the feed. So that is it. In the component, you can see the basic UI components which we are using. This is the feed of our application. As you can see, I've used pagination here. Also, the front end is written in TypeScript, uh, so it's type safe and overall better code. That is the front end. That is mainly the front end. In the server, you can see there are a few folders like controller, models, and routes. So route handles the basic endpoints of our URL, which is slash meme and slash meme or slash ID. Uh, all these endpoints are controlled via the meme controller, which is in the controller folder. And you can see that there are basically three functions: create, read, and update, which are self-explanatory. The main model which we are using here is also called meme, and I'm using a MongoDB database here to store these memes, and this is the major schema here. In the main index file of our backend, you can see that it is written in Express, and this is the database connection. Whenever the application is being run in the production, it will be connected to the cloud hosted database. Otherwise, it will be connected to our local host. So that is basically for the backend. Also, we have the swagger.json to create the Swagger UI or the documentation for our API. That is pretty much it for the backend. These are a few shell files which are required in the submission. So taking a look at the install sh, we can see that we are installing MongoDB, and then we are installing Node, and I'm also installing Git here. This is the testing script which is running fine on Ubuntu, so on Ubuntu virtual machine. So